Hey guys, what's up? It's the No Way podcast here with Ben. Um, Remember, it's WHEY, not WAY. I'm gonna be talking about dieting. Um, so let's start off. There's many different diets, right? Um, the one that specifically kind of worked for me was like the ketogenic diet. Um, And then also too, I'm not sponsored by them. Uh, they have an app both for Android and Apple. They're called MyFitnessPal, right? Um, when you open it up, they'll ask you like what your goals are, like whether or not you're wanting to lose weight, you know, get more active in your life, or just honestly depending upon what you're wanting to do. And then they'll set you up with like a set meal plan. Well, not like a set meal plan, but like a limit of calories, carbs, macros for you to intake to ultimately reach your goal. To get a little bit more freeform in today's topic, uh, and just imply some real life instances. For me, I don't really use that app anymore because I already know you know what my body needs, what it needs to intake for me to start losing weight, gain weight, put on muscle. And two, you'll find you'll just have to work and find out what works for you. Um, you know, I tried quite a bit of stuff. If anything, when I say I'm gonna cut, it's honestly pretty much a lean bulk, right? Because I don't go complete zero on my carbs. Um, I set myself a relatively low limit. You know, I want to say around 75 or 50 to 75 carbs a day. Just so my energy levels are, up there a little bit and I can just manage throughout the day, still be somewhat active. And then protein, protein. Especially if you have a extremely high metabolism, right? You're gonna need a lot of it, and you're gonna need a lot of everything else. Because that's the only way that you'll grow. It doesn't matter, how much you say or think you eat, like depending on what you like, your portions and stuff. Um, cause I got a couple of buddies, right? One, he's wanting to bulk right now. I hang out with him a lot in the mornings, uh, at school. Also, little side note, I'm sorry for how late this is, like me making this. Um, but yeah. Anyhow, to get back to the topic, right? He wanted to get into going to the gym, because he's honestly tired of being so skinny, right? And so, right, I tell him, you need to go on a bulk. And so, of course, his reply is, "How do I do that then?" And I go about telling him, honestly, for you, I wouldn't even think about doing a lean bulk, right? I'd just straight up say, dirty bulk till you can get to, a solid, you know, 150, 160, and then see where you're at. And do a lot of strength training. Don't worry about cardio. You already do enough cardio, dude. That's why you're so skinny. Because all he does is run. Now, I'm not trying to bash people that run. Running is fun, especially when you're doing it competitively. Whether you're doing cross country, track, things like that. Long distance sports. just anything in general that involves cardio. It's pretty fun. You know, granted, I'm a bigger dude. Cardio is like, meh. I can take it or leave it. But to get back to the point, I told him, "Hey man, honestly, for you, you're gonna have to go dirty bulk, right? Meaning, eat everything up under the sun. And if you think what you're eating now is a lot, like because he said he was eating a couple of plates, right, of food. Well, actually, I don't. Yeah, he said he was eating about two decent sized plates of food a night. I told him, make them bigger. Like, you should feel sick when you're eating. Granted, it's gonna be hell, but in retrospect, if you keep it up, granted, it's not instant gratification, but delayed, you're gonna get bigger either which way. And I told him, I told him that. And he's like, all right, we'll, we'll do it. Or I'll do it. Now, he said that he started out at 100, or, just around 100, 99, 98 pounds. Like, he was skinny. He was basically pure bone, right? And so he's at 115 right now. And he said it sucks eating so much. Because he feels bloated. He feels like he's going to throw up all the time. But, I told him, bro, it's going to suck. But how bad do you want it, If you want it bad, keep it up. Keep working. Get obsessed about it. I know he's kind of a meme, but David Goggins, man. Dude is a real inspiration. And, when I don't feel like going to the gym, guess who I listen to? Him. I listen to the Trend Twins. Mikey. Granted, he's super out of pocket. He's super funny, especially with his brother Chris's reactions to, his stuff. But yeah, I mean, you want it bad enough, go out and do it. Don't talk, don't talk all this talk and not do it. Go do it. Anyhow, getting a little bit too sidetracked. Back on to dieting, right? Told him he needed to go onto a dirty bulk. He's at 115 now. Like I said earlier, he feels sick to his stomach because of how much he's eating. But as I told him, I'm right. He's gaining more. He's gaining more, pounds, and couple that with going to the gym and doing, your weightlifting, and then holding off on cardio until you really want to cut. Is actually where it's at. Now, by no means am I a dietitian or a physical therapist or anything that has to do with, teaching fitness. I'm just going off of this out of my collective experiences and possibly to bringing people onto the podcast to talk about their own personal experiences. It's all reliant on, what works with you. And that's all it is, your body's different than everybody else's. There's no one thumbprint is the same as the next person's. So, take that how you want it. Go about it at, different techniques. Experiment, if you will. And then, whatever you find that works best for you, stick with it, and hopefully with determination, grit, and not necessarily motivation, but you sticking to it, you will achieve your dreams, your goals, one way or another. Anyhow, um, I might end it here. I might not. Give me a second to think. Because, I mean, like, this podcast stuff, if I can be totally honest, it's still kind of new to me. Of course, this is gonna be, like, my third video. And I plan on, making a whole bunch of videos on my off time. So I got, episodes for y'all to listen to, uh, you know, whenever. And so if I do pop off, you know, I got a whole, playlist of episodes for y'all to listen to. And then, I don't really have to worry about dropping, one after the another. And I can still somewhat stay relevant. Um, you know, um, dieting. Oh, okay. So, as I said during the start of this episode, right? The ketogenic stuff, it's primarily a diet where uh, you eat, you know, your meats, your hearty protein. Um, so whether it be, chicken, fish, beef, pork, good high in protein foods, and then you want to pair that with some sort of vegetable that's low in sugars. Um, you honestly would have to read your nutrition facts on that specific food item, um, to get a better grasp at, you know, what it's gonna do for your body, in your diet, right? That's one thing that I would also like to pair in with the MyFitnessPal. Depending on whether or not you're bougie and you can, spare the extra coin or money, and get like the premium option for the app, it'll actually allow you to scan barcodes with your camera, and it'll tell you like all the macros and nutrition information, all the way down to like a extremely scientific level. Well, not extremely scientific level, but a level of which, you know your average person maybe might not understand, without doing, a little bit of research on dieting. Like, for example, for me, I've been doing this for 5 years. The only reason why I haven't, blown up as far as like my body goes is because school, and just in general life happens. My parents are kind of divorced, and so when I'm moving around a lot based upon, my family and things like that. So yeah, things get in the way, and I know I'm not where I should be in, my goals and stuff. Um, but yeah, because I know some people are more fortunate to where they don't have to deal with that type of stuff, and they have all family members there in one household, and you can get with them as far as like what you're wanting to do physically and how you'd be able to achieve your goals. Maybe you and your family members could all get a gym membership, start shopping, with a healthy, mindset, going to like Costco where you can buy everything in bulk, and then just meal prep on like Saturday or Sunday, so you have, all your food together for that week, or maybe, throw whatever in the freezer already made for even, farther in the future, like, after that week that you have meal prep for. Um, it's, I mean, eating it really couples into, fitness. You can't just do one without the other, or because then you're still gonna stay chubby, fat, and then you might just be like freakishly strong, like a freakishly strong big dude, like maybe Eddie Hall, or you know whatever. It it just really depends on what you're doing, what your goals are, and stuff. Um, like for example, right? Another one of my buddies, he and I are like yin and yang. We're complete and total opposites of each other. He's more level-headed, has the life's too short to have grudges type of mentality, and I'm in a way, I know this isn't uh like a good way to put it, but I'm envious of his mindset that he can hold that without you know getting upset at people, and not holding grudges. But then again, we're all human, and we can only live life one step at a time, and we're all not gonna be on the earth for a really long time. I mean, hell, I'm a senior right now, and it feels like school. Like I was just in pre-K over at Petrenko not but like 5 seconds ago, and now I'm here 18 years old, about to start college. It's just uber mind-boggling, bro. And it's it's crazy. It's crazy. Like one moment I'm, you know, messing around during nap time in pre-K, keeping kids up, trying not to be loud and wake people up. And then now, not but a second later, I'm in high school, about to graduate, go to college. You know, I'm gonna miss what we have, like the regiment, scheduled whatever classes, and I don't know. It's sad to see it go. It really is, but it's gonna be like a new chapter of our lives for how I know it kind of sounds zesty or bit cringy or whatever, but it is true. Things like this don't last forever. It's gonna be really cool to look back on this and really say, wow, I've come this so far. You know, I remember that. I remember when so and so did this and that, and they got in trouble for it, or when me and XYZ or whoever, did this and that, and it was so cool, so fun at the time. It's it's crazy. Anyhow, guys, thank y'all for listening. Um, if y'all have any further questions, let me know. Y'all have my IG, shoot me a DM. Or if you don't have my IG and y'all are a new listener, let me know in the comments. Uh, Please, if y'all could, like, subscribe so I know, I'm doing a good job somewhat. um, and then, please, if you could, when you do subscribe, hit the little bell. It'll keep y'all up to date, send y'all notifications. Uh, Granted, I know some of y'all don't really like notifications or like YouTube spamming y'all, but whatever. Whatever y'all want to do. But yeah, thank y'all for listening. See y'all.